November 2025 shakes the world. Taehyung's new IG story reveals something that makes everyone panic. Hi, Taehyung Lovers. Before you continue, please prepare your heart first, because what you're about to see today is not ordinary content. Seriously, this is something HYBE doesn't dare to talk about, something that even major Korean media are still hesitant to discuss. And if you think you're ready, trust me, you're not ready. Because right now, we're about to reveal a fact that left millions of people around the world stunned. A fact that can make you angry, proud, shocked, and emotionally overwhelmed all at once. So don't skip, don't go anywhere, because if you miss even 1 second, you'll lose the most surprising moment about Kim Taehyung in November 2025. Before we begin, don't forget to hit like, drop a comment so your voice is heard, click subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because only here you'll become the first person to know every hot update about Kim Taehyung. Okay, if your heart is ready, we begin. Brace yourself. Why isn't HYBE talking about something this big? Why is the world only going crazy now? Taehyung updated his Instagram story, and the world instantly stopped breathing. Yes, you heard that right. Kim Taehyung, who rarely updates, suddenly dropped a story that made international media release breaking news within minutes. That story, that sentence, and the wave of emotion that exploded on the internet. I will do whatever I can to make them smile. One sentence, a 6-second story, but the impact? Like a Category 5 storm hitting every platform. Within 4 minutes, Twitter/X recorded more than 3.2 million mentions with hashtags. Hashtag Taehyung IG Update. Hashtag Taehyung November 2025. Hashtag V is back. Fans around the world immediately asked, who is them? Why does Taehyung sound so emotional? What is actually happening? That sentence was so soft, personal, and sincere that many fan behavior psychologists in South Korea analyzed that Taehyung was in a peak vulnerability phase, a moment when someone expresses their deepest warmth. And as always, Taehyung does nothing by accident. The story dropped exactly at 9 p.m. Korea Standard Time, the most effective hour for global engagement. Social Blade data proves. Taehyung's posts that appear that hour always generate a 400% spike within 20 minutes. Fans were angry. Fans were touched. Fans went crazy analyzing that one sentence. Kim Taehyung facial details, why global brands keep chasing him. One of the most striking things about that story was how global brands immediately highlighted Taehyung's face at the same time his update went live. According to Vogue Business, November 2025, Taehyung is the only human in this decade whose every facial detail, scientifically, triggers the strongest visual emotion response among Asian and European consumers. And this is proven. Here's what they emphasize. His small beauty mark, the signature spot considered the most recognizable by AI model scanners. His sharp nose and proportions, called the Golden Ratio Fit 2025 by the Italian Aesthetic Research Group. His thick, symmetrical eyebrows, a soft masculine element rarely found in other idols. His long eyelashes, a feature that makes every close-up look like a slow-motion romantic film scene. Every brand that partners with Taehyung tries desperately to highlight these features because data shows Taehyung's face increases sales by 230 to 900% within the first 24 hours. That's not a theory. That's a fact. Taken from Global Marketing Reports in 2025. TIRTIR, the global domination that started at Incheon Airport. And here's the part that made fans explode even more. Taehyung's TIRTIR advertisement was displayed massively at Incheon International Airport. But not just one poster. Not two. TIRTIR installed Taehyung's ads across multiple giant LED screens spread throughout the baggage claim area. People from around the world landed, jet-lagged, tired, messy-faced, then looked up a little and immediately saw Kim Taehyung in 8K quality, with soft lighting, with a gaze that made people forget they were waiting for their luggage. A Japanese tourist was interviewed by NBC News. They said, "I don't know who he is, but his face looks like a movie character. He looked at me even though it was just a screen. That's not normal. He looks like a historical figure who fell from the sky." TIRTIR knew exactly what they were doing. They wanted a moment of impact, a moment that instantly creates an unforgettable first impression. And who is more perfect for that than Kim Taehyung, TIRTIR's ambassador? Terrifying data. TIRTIR experiences the biggest sales surge since ITS creation. Korean business sources, Money's Incheon, WWD Korea, released data in mid-November 2025. Within 48 hours of Taehyung's Incheon campaign, TIRTIR sales increased by 780%. Even crazier, the products Taehyung used sold out in 14 countries. The TIRTIR website crashed 3 times due to massive traffic. Searches for TIRTIR Taehyung hit global Google search 1. Airport ads were recorded by over 200,000 people in 2 days and turned into TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts. This is not just promotion. This is an economic phenomenon. An economist from the University of Cambridge called it the Taehyung effect, the instant economic impact of Kim Taehyung's visuals, the psychology behind the madness, why people get emotionally attached to Taehyung. Modern iconography research says humans tend to attach themselves to figures with calm charisma, mysterious vibes, symmetrical faces, eyes that express both comfort and danger. And Taehyung has all 4. Korean psychologist Dr. Han Min-ki said in an E! 24 interview, Taehyung has an extremely rare combination. Perfect features, but a harmless aura. This makes the human brain mark him as an ideal and safe figure to admire. So when Taehyung posts a simple story, the internet explodes instantly. What did Taehyung really mean by, "I will do whatever I can"? This is the most emotional part. Fans began to speculate. Was he talking about someone? His family? Army? Someone he's protecting? Or about himself? The version of him that's fighting? The most popular interpretation. Taehyung was talking to Army because 2025 has been a heavy year. Major comeback, industry pressure, cruel rumors, paparazzi, everything. Fans were angry. Fans were touched. Fans cried for real. Because that sentence felt like he was saying, "I know you're waiting. I know you care. And I'll do everything I can to see you smile." Emotional, deep, and very Taehyung. Why did this story appear as part of a global strategy? Korean media sources say November 2025 is the busiest month for brands collaborating with Taehyung. TIRTIR wants to dominate the Asian market. Celine is preparing its winter campaign. Cartier is preparing its holiday edition collection. And Taehyung is at the center of all of it, not just as a model, but as an icon. Because one Taehyung post can trigger purchasing decisions, influence makeup trends, make products sell out, change consumer behavior, create a pop culture wave. Global brands don't just pay Taehyung, they invest in Taehyung. The airport phenomenon. Why this matters for Korea's advertising industry. South Korea has a principle. If a brand appears in an international airport, it means they're at the peak of their financial power. Because airports are global gateways, meeting points of tourist flows, centers of organic photography, places of impulse shopping, and placing Taehyung's face there means. TIRTIR is declaring to the world that they are at the top of Asia's beauty industry. No other idol received advertising placements as massive as this in November 2025. Only Taehyung. Army comments worldwide showed a strong emotional pattern. Why does HYBE never explain anything about Taehyung? He said, "Do anything." Taehyung, what's happening? "We are here, Taehyung. Always." Fans felt something different, a softness behind the post. And it made them love him even more. November 2025. The month Taehyung dominated the world in the quietest way. This isn't just about his stunning face, his long eyelashes, his iconic beauty mark, his artistic nose, the TIRTIR airport ads, the global campaigns. This is about Taehyung. Someone who, with one gentle sentence, can move the world. With one story, can make billions pause. With one smile, can make global brands kneel. And through one small moment, November 2025 proves that Kim Taehyung is not just an idol. He is a global phenomenon. He is the world's visual language. He is history being rewritten. Taehyung Lovers. If you've reached this point, it means you've seen how crazy, shocking, and emotional Taehyung's journey this time has been. But listen carefully. What we discussed just now is only the beginning. There is something much bigger, more surprising, and something that could confuse the entire K-pop world. And it has already begun moving behind the scenes. You think today is wild? Wait until you see what's coming in the next update. There is one thing about Taehyung currently being prepared, and if it truly happens, the internet won't be able to handle it. So make sure you like the video, leave your comments, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, because the next content will be something you absolutely cannot miss. Trust me, you don't want to be the last to know. See you in the next video. Taehyung Lovers. Stay curious. Stay ready, because something big is coming.